about differentiation. Find the exact coordinates of the stationary points of the curve y equals e to the 3x squared minus 1 all over 1 minus x squared, 6 marks. So stationary points means y prime equals 0. To find the y prime, we need to use the u prime v minus v prime u. So this is the u, this is the v. U prime is the derivative of e to the 3x squared minus 1, and using the MF19 formula, the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x, which means it's going to be exactly the same, but because of the chain rule, we have to multiply by the derivative of the power, which is 6x. And for the v prime, this is v prime is the derivative, so 1 becomes 0, minus x squared becomes minus 2x. Now when a fraction is equal to 0, this means the numerator equals 0, so we can just ignore the denominator, or we can multiply both sides by the denominator. So to solve something equals 0, we need to use the 0 property. We have to use some multiplications. A times b times c equals 0. So we cannot have this subtraction, which means we have to factor out things. So here we can factor out x e to the 3x squared minus 1, x e to the 3x squared minus 1. After we factor out, we still have 6 times 1, which is 6, and 6 times minus x squared minus 6x squared, and minus times minus 2 plus 2. So we factor out x e to the 3x squared minus 1, and now we have 3 multiplications: x times e to the 3x squared minus 1 times 8 minus 6x squared, because 6 plus 2 is 8. So from the first factor, x equals 0, simple. From the second factor, e to the 3x squared minus 1 equals 0. Now to find the x, we can just ln both sides, because we will cancel out the ln and the e. We have only the power 3x squared minus 1 on the left. On the right, if you use a calculator, ln 0 is undefined math error, so there is no way we can find the root or the solution from here. This is rejected. Now from the third factor, 8 minus 6x squared equals 0. Just subtract 8 from both sides, divide both sides by minus 6, and we take the square root of both sides, and we get plus minus 2 over root 3. So because question is to find the coordinates, we need to find the y value as well. To find the y value, we use the original curve equation. So we replace the x with 0, we get this, and from here you cannot use a calculator because you'll get a decimal, so you gotta simplify. This is e to the power of minus 1, and this is just 1. E to the power of minus 1 is 1 over e. And when you plug in 4 over 3, here you get 4. 4 minus 1 is 3, so e to the power of 3. And 1 minus 4/3 is minus 1/3. 1 over minus 1/3 is minus 3. So we have minus 3e cubed. So for the final answer, so notice that here, although we have plus minus, we have two x values. We're plugging in x squared, and the x squared is always 4 over 3. So it doesn't matter whether the x value is positive or negative, 2 over root 3. The y value is the same, minus 3e cubed. And from here we have 0, 1 over e. So we have 3 coordinates, 3 points. Alright, I'll see you again next time.